Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Inside Man. And this is a crime thriller directed by Danny A. Abekazar and written by Costa Condiopoulos, and focuses on Bobby Bellucci, a disgraced detective played by Emile Hirsch, who winds up connecting with the mob and winding up going undercover. And the biggest piece of this film, which is, roughly about an hour and a half, seems oddly short for like a mafia movie. And we'll get to that in a bit. But it's Bobby at the center, this main character. He catches his wife with another man and he almost beats this man to death. He gets stuck at the desk and then conjures up his own plan after beating up a guy in a bar and saving a member of the mob. He's like, Captain, I want to go undercover and try to take this group down. And, it's reckless. It's probably not ethical. But they go along with it and they set this all up. Bobby as a character keeps harassing his wife. He gets way too close to this life. He's starting to enjoy it. And here's the thing. You don't have to like the main character of your films that you're watching. Martin Scorsese has made quite the career on making amazing films about characters we don't like. But when the film tries to make you sympathize for them, and you feel like at the core of it, by the end we should feel bad for them and feel for them, you gotta get to that point. And I think the biggest issue with this film is that you never do. And to be honest, Emile Hirsch, who does a fine job portraying this character in the way that he's portraying this character, but never accomplishes making us feel bad for him enough for us to really deliver that ending that this film's trying to get us to. This film also leans into a lot of tropes and cliches of so many other mafia movies that you've watched before. It doesn't really do anything original. We've seen this undercover story before. We've seen the undercover cop getting too close before. We've seen all these things before and done in better ways, with more tension, with more technical prowess, and more interesting characters. The characters in this film are all solid. They do their job, but nobody really stands out as, like, you could watch The Godfather, and each of those characters stands out in their own specific way. You watch Goodfellas, Henry Hill stands out. You have Tommy DeVito, stands out. Like, definitely stands out. Nobody here really stands out. And a lot of this film is very down the middle. It does everything just enough to really deliver, like, hey, I want to watch a mafia thriller. This is a mafia thriller. It's only 90 minutes. It doesn't dig too deep. It goes through the motions and it hits the beats. Okay, I'm satisfied. But if you want something that's deeper, more engaging, with more interesting characters and more depth, I don't think this really gets there. You could also tell that this is a smaller film on some level because, like, some of the actors, especially some of the mafia members, don't have the most believable facial hair and stuff like that. They look odd. They don't really fit. Their acting's fine. They commit to these characters, but, they don't really have the look. And this is coming from me, who is an Italian-American, watching this movie about the Italian mob and seeing a bunch of people is like, not really believable. Most people might not pick up on that or care that much, but it was pretty obvious to me. But when it really comes down to it, this is a fine, right down the middle, checks all the boxes that you expect from an undercover cop thriller about the Italian mob without doing much else and without us really connecting fully to our main character. But if for 90 minutes you just want to have that, like, mafia thriller kind of feel, it does that at least. But those are my thoughts on Inside Man. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.